We've got this great equipment from Baileigh. We got a really cool project that's going to test each and every piece of equipment. And we're going to look at the pros and cons of each machine and make a whole bunch of noise. Okay, so we got our corner panel fitting our buck really well. Now we're just going to do that top detail bead, half that bead, and then put the little stamping in the panel like we did on the other one. As you can see, while Piero was on restroom break, I went ahead and set all this up with my pattern. Got this detail where it needs to go. So now all I gotta do is just scribe this, trim it. We'll run it through the pullmax, get our half bead. Then I'll trim that, and then we will tack weld this piece in, just like we did on the other one. Okay, so we got it all trimmed and filed. This is the die. This is the die that forms this bead here around the corner, like we have on that one. It's also the top bead of the panel. So, but we're only doing half of it. So this outside edge is our guide. This will go up against the guide. So that'll put that little sweep in that panel. Put these in the pullmax. Be ready to go. Okay, so we got our bead put in here real nice, and I trimmed the excess off, and so now we're going to install the stamped detail, just like it's stamped in the die, just like we did the other one. We got to cut it off right here first, because if we just scribe this on here like this with this overlapping, then we're going to be 1/16 of an inch too long on this panel. So what I do is I cut this right here, and I need to cut it here, and I want to get rid of this flange, and then I can line this flange up flat and then come in here and do my final trim. Okay, so we got it all trimmed and fitted up. I'm going to put some tacks on it, get all the tacks on it, hammer the tacks, and then this side will be in the same place the other side is. And then I'm going to tune up each side while they're loose, and then we'll be, next video, we'll be joining them to the back panel. So here we go, I'm going to tack this together and go from there. Okay, so this is the second panel. We got our piece tack welded on, planished a little bit. Beads all lined up good. It fits the buck really nice top and bottom. So what we have is we have our two panels here, passenger side, driver's side. If you remember, this is the one that we did using Baileigh, and this is the one we did using the yoder. I used two different techniques shaping the panel. If you'll remember, on this one that we did with the Baileigh, I shrunk in here to bring up this crown, and then hammered it and blended it to get the shape. And then on this one with the yoder, I just overstretched an area and then formed it over the bench and kept fitting it to the buck, and then unfolding it, hammering it some more, forming it back, checking it, unfold it, hammer it some more. And then once we got the right amount of shape in it, I put the rubber die in it to tune up this edge here and get it all tight and straight. It's just two different techniques. There's not a right one, there's not a wrong one. Doing it the way I did on the yoder was faster than doing all the shrinking and the stretching and then a little bit of relieving and different things like that. So what I'm trying to say is there's more than one way to get to the shape you want. So where we're at now is I'm going to take these panels, I'm going to spend an afternoon tuning them up by hand, planishing a few spots to get them as close to perfect as I can, because it's easier to take this panel here and do any detail work, stretching and shrinking and planishing, when it's a piece like this than when it's a giant piece all welded together. So it goes back to my theory of breaking it down into small projects. This is a project. This is a project. The back panel's a project, and when they're all dialed in, then we're going to weld them together. Then the only thing we got to worry about is getting our weld straight instead of having 50 things we got to do on one big giant panel. So appreciate you guys tuning in on us while we're doing these corner pieces. Remember, you know, doesn't matter if it's the Baileigh equipment or the old equipment. The results are the same. That's what we're trying to get to, is the end result. Not what machine's better, not what machine's faster. It's your end result you want. So, see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.